Trump just did it. It is taking place. I want you all to pay close attention to what I have to say. Everyone is impacted by the significant global economic changes that Trump is implementing. Stocks are impacted by this. Crypto is impacted by this. Real estate is impacted by this. This has an impact on our trade agreements, how we conduct business with one another, and much more. Everything is starting to change on a worldwide level, and I must admit that the future appears to be quite intriguing. Now, I would like to note that I am now offering a fantastic 50% deposit bonus on BTCC. Later, more on that. Keep an eye out for updates on how to register and benefit from that for your cryptocurrency holdings. In light of all of that, President Trump recently stated that he might name a replacement for Jerome Powell as chair of the Federal Reserve by the end of the year. Everyone is aware of the ongoing disagreement between Powell and Trump, which has begun to flare up once more. All Trump wants is to take Powell's position, begin quantitative easing, and begin dramatic rate cuts. Now, if Trump is genuinely getting what he is talking about, this basically means that by the end of this year, markets will be exploding. This Wednesday is the FOMC meeting. If the markets are doing well and there are additional rate cuts, Meta, Google, Microsoft, and many other big tech companies will announce their results on Wednesday. We're likely to see a crazy rally through the end of this year, I must say. And based on this, I believe that cryptocurrency stocks, gold, and everything else will be reaching all-time highs. As a result, we must closely monitor this evolving business, since Jerome Powell is fired. This implies that the entire procedure will most likely be accelerated. Rate cuts will be much more aggressive, and it's likely that some record cuts will be implemented, resulting in the printing of absurdly large quantities of trillions of dollars. Since the US is the world's reserve currency, this will obviously have an impact on everyone else. Additionally, Donald Trump's own son has publicly stated that the United Arab Emirates and numerous other nations are aggressively purchasing Bitcoin, and he is 100% right. Crypto is gaining traction in all of the world's fastest-growing countries, with the greatest technology and legal frameworks. Now, this isn't a coincidence. They are acting in this way because they believe that this is the way of the future, and that people will require decentralized systems if trade keeps going in the same direction. That is what Bitcoin and XRP are, and a lot of other cryptocurrencies fit into that jigsaw as well. And, unlike popular belief, additionally, as tokenizing the entire stock market on the Ethereum chain is currently being discussed, the entire stock market also falls under that category. The big banks are all discussing this. Every major stock issuer is considering doing this since it permits trading around the clock and opens up a plethora of new, interesting options for various tokenized offerings. Regarding that, Citibank, to increase its customers' acceptance of digital assets and stablecoin usefulness, one of the biggest banks in the world has partnered with Coinbase. Don't you think that Citigroup is the only bank doing this? Additionally, Santander Bank, JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, the Bank of Canada, TD, RBC, and other big names are working to make this a reality for their customers. These banks all want to include stablecoin transactions, tokenization of real-world assets, and crypto self-custody in their products. Why? Because this enables them to generate billions of dollars in revenue over the coming years, and in certain situations, trillions more for the biggest banks. It's an instinctive choice. It's taking place. Unbelievably, Coinbase is somewhat at the heart of it all. In the institutional arena, these men are making significant strides. Bitcoin ETFs for BlackRock are already hosted by Coinbase. Through their institutional agreement, BlackRock buys all of its Bitcoin from Coinbase. Furthermore, as this release makes apparent, they are by no means Coinbase's only institutional alliance. Thus, you must be prepared for this. I'm telling you, I'm practically pleading with you right now to just keep an eye on developments in the cryptocurrency field. It's completely crazy. As the United States and China approach a trade agreement, we are also witnessing gold prices drop below $4,000 an ounce for the first time since October 13th. This may appear odd at first glance. Why is the price of gold declining? Well, when the economy is uncertain, people purchase gold. People are purchasing gold as a result of the trade war and tariffs, because they seek a reliable store of value. And gold is booming right now. It experienced its biggest one-day decline since, I think, 2013 or so. It dropped 6% in a single day only this month, of course. We're now witnessing it drop even farther. The price per ounce is dropping below $4,000. When gold prices were at their highest, people lined up at gold dealers all across the world to purchase it. But today, their gold is rapidly depreciating. These are highly managed markets. I hate to tell you this, but there is a lot of gold in the world, and more is being mined every day. Now that gold has become extremely inflated as a result of all these countries purchasing it in large quantities, people are selling their gold. Since there is a finite amount of Bitcoin, I believe it to be a better store of value than gold. In contrast, the entire potential supply of gold is unknown to us. In all honesty, it possesses far more than it does at the moment. Bitcoin is well known, but there is a lot of gold in the world that we haven't yet acquired. We are aware of what it might be. We can answer inquiries about it and know for sure that there are no ifs or bans. NASA and other space agencies are discussing mining actual meteors to extract billions or possibly quintillions of dollars worth of gold. When you consider the cosmos, gold is essentially limitless. If we can begin extracting resources from other planets, asteroids, and other objects, then technology will only get better from there. Bitcoin's supply is once again limited. As we can see, asset owners are doing incredibly well at the moment. Major asset classes now have a record aggregate asset worth of $261 trillion. This amounts to 210% of the size of the world economy. Since the low of the 2008 financial crisis, the percentage has doubled. Bonds at roughly $97 trillion, gold, markets, and real estate come next. Those who hold assets are doing extremely well at the moment, and I don't see this changing anytime soon. Do you wish to possess assets? You wish to own digital assets such as Bitcoin, XRP, and other popular cryptocurrencies that are revolutionizing the modern digital world. Furthermore, I don't believe that will change anytime soon. Remember that. Taking a closer look at trade, we can see that China is gaining significant sway over the world economy. In an effort to lessen its reliance on American exports, Canada is now pursuing economic links with China as a result of the recent tariffs imposed on the country. This is the statement made by Mark Carney. Thus, some of the United States' biggest trading partners are now turning to one of its biggest rivals. There are numerous moving components in this situation, and it is imperative that this issue be resolved. It is my opinion that the way the world functions is evolving daily. And to reiterate, I firmly believe that cryptocurrency is at the heart of this revolution. In my opinion, it would be a grave mistake to ignore XRP or Bitcoin because, as we have seen in times when gold is declining, these assets are displaying a lot of life. XRP is pushing higher and higher and higher, as are Bitcoin and many other cryptocurrencies. If we continue to see easing, continue to see money printing, and continue to see people losing faith in the current monetary systems that exist in the US and around the world, then I believe it would be a huge mistake. Please take note that nothing I say in any of my videos is financial advice. If you find the information interesting, please hit the like button and subscribe. I'll see you all in the Discord channel. Peace be with you.